You know, Patience, I remember many years ago, the import of the discussion was influenced or introduced by the kind of cough that our elders used to start a conversation.
Yes.
Anytime I heard my auntie, uncle, my mother, my father do that cough, my brain started winding. What have I done? It is true that what our elders see sitting down, little matter the highest, tallest palm tree we find and stand on top of it, we cannot see it. We were not there 64 years ago when Nigeria had our independence. But good thing our elders, our parents, our grandparents have shared the rich and vibrant history of Nigeria with us. And it gives us great pleasure to be here present and well as Nigeria journeys towards her 64th independence.
It is your favorite weekend show, Weekend Deal, coming to you from the network service of the NTA. And my name is Patience Eloy Abba. Come, let's have this conversation together.
For now, our hands are not too busy to invite our friend and yoga master, Dr. Dip. Namaste.
Namaste.
Raise your knee, walk towards your trunk. Namaste. Hello to everyone. I am Diptiranjan Mohanty, a trained yoga teacher from High Commission of India, Abuja. She is Tinasi. Now we perform Vyagrasana. Vyagra means tiger. So Vyagrasana means tiger posture. We should know the contraindication of Vyagrasana. Those who are suffering from slip disc, cervical spondylitis, they should avoid this posture. Soon after the surgery of abdomen, they should avoid the posture. Now come to cat stretch pose. Stand on your both knees. Now both palms on the floor, slightly separate your both knees, both hands parallel to both thighs. Now breathe in, raise your right leg. Raise your head up. Now bend your right knee. Bring your right toes towards your behind your head. Breathe out. Bring your nose to knee. Breathe in. Raise your legs. Bend your knee. Bring your foot towards the head. Breathe out. Bring your knees to nose. Breathe in. Raise your right leg. Bend your right knee. Breathe out. Touch your nose to knee. Now come to cat stretch pose. Starting posture. Now we'll do this in left side. Breathe in. Raise your left leg. Bend your left knee. Bring your left foot behind of your head. Breathe out. Bring your knee towards your nose. Breathe in. Raise your left leg. Breathe out. Swing your legs under your hips. Breathe in. Raise your left leg. Breathe out. Do it 5 to 10 times for general benefits. Breathe out. Asana, tiger pose. This asana exercises the loosens the back by bending it alternately in both directions and tones the spinal nerves. It relaxes the sciatica nerves, relieving sciatica and loosens up the legs and hip joints. It tones the female reproductive organs and is especially beneficial for women after childbirth and those who have given birth to many children. Thank you for joining the yoga session. See you next time. Namaste. Raise your knee, walk towards your trunk.
We've been talking about Nigeria's entertainers of repute, people who have contributed to making memorable events for us over time, so that we can hand over interesting stories to those who are coming after us. And we're asking, how are they doing? Where are they now? Are they in good health? And those who have faced one challenge or the other, how are they making do at this time? You know how we do it? We set off with a background feature that will encapsulate all the directions, all the angles we'll be taking all through the show. So Uju's been doing the research for today. Let's see what she comes up with. Uju, please take it away.
The Nigerian entertainment industry ranks number 2 after Hollywood.
I get surprised when people come in here and recognize me very easily. People coming from outside the country, right? And they talk about what I've done, a couple of films they've watched, and almost all of them come here and call me Igwe. You can imagine white people calling Igwe, but I'm fine, you know. We are doing well. We are doing very, very well. I think there is still room for improvement.
Chisom! Chidi! Come here.
Papa, welcome.
Good. Where is Chisom?
He's inside. He's coming.
Doing what?
I don't know. He's coming.
Now tell me, what did you and Chisom... Chisom, come here.
Welcome, Papa.
Yes.
The Nigerian music, drama, comedy takes on society, throwing heavy demand on the practitioners to keep the flag high. We Can Deal X-rays lifestyle choices of Nigerian entertainers, the diet, rest, work, life balance as it affects their well-being in general.
I think I'll start by showing you the most expensive watch that I'm wearing. It's expensive because it keeps me going, and it tells you how strong I am today as I answer these questions that are coming from you.
Okay, I am 77. There are so many things that bother me that I have to bother about on a daily basis. Prostate, 1. Blood pressure, 2. Sugar in the blood, 3. Then I got my spine to worry about. I mean, you know, as you're getting older, you're recording some decline in so many of these areas, right? So that there is nothing like he died of an undisclosed illness. No. You're suffering from something. Nobody should be ashamed to say this is what I am suffering. We must all die of something. Most of the youngsters drink a great deal, both men and women. A lot of smoke all sorts of nonsense, I can tell you that. Somehow they think that if you want to belong, you must patronize some vice. You know, that is not it.
Shino, that's you know. You can see my environment. It's too quiet.
you know. But at this stage, Mutiwani another world. Play it right. I'm not a good eater. I don't really believe in food because I fast a lot.
It is Weekend Deal.
It's just so beautiful to see our veterans talking about their health. You know how I started in the beginning of the show and I said we look at them as huge superhuman beings because of what they give or they keep giving and giving, and we want them to live forever. But the truth is, if we want them to stay forever, they must take care of their health. One thing entertainers are quickly accused of or associated with them is substance abuse. What is the true situation with that? NTA Network Center will tell us more. Stay with us.
The power of music is capable of influencing lives and changing mindsets. This can be likened to the power of drugs, especially when it is being used positively or negatively. It is no longer news that the use of drugs has been a long-standing issue within the music industry, and it has become a source of concern in the society, with many artists openly discussing drug use and even glorifying it in their lyrics. The predominance of performance-enhancing drugs in the music industry is calling for an urgent attention.
These are drugs that artists use to increase their endurance level while performing on stage. They use it to boost their energy level. They want to go beyond their normal human capacity. So they use these drugs to boost their energy level, their performance level, so that they could be able to withstand the strength of their crowd.
There are different types of performance enhancement drugs the artists use. You have cannabis, you have stimulants such as cocaine, caffeine, cigarettes, you have alcohol, you have opiates like heroin, you have anabolic steroids, which is the ones that people use mostly in sport for bodybuilding, you know. So many of them use it to maintain stamina and hence reduce some form of fatigue in carrying out their activities.
Some Nigerian music videos portraying drug-related themes are seen with a lot of celebrities indulging in the use of drugs and excessive alcohol intake, thereby influencing young ones who look up to them.
I fell into drug that I even wanted to commit suicide. I've lost everything, even though I lost hope. It's just like a last chance for me before God now help me.
Some of the reasons cited for the high use of drugs in the music industry include enhancing creativity, illegal supply of drugs by industry practitioners, helping to curb depression, being readily available for use during parties, among others, have led to several cases of artists dying or others losing their minds due to overdose.
You know, the more you use these substances, the more you get used to, and you want to, everything depends on the use of the substance. Things like anxiety disorders, you have depression, you have psychosis where you lose touch with reality, your critical thinking becomes very poor, so there's a decline in cognition, you know, your judgment is so bad, little things that you're supposed to think appropriately and do appropriately, it now becomes difficult for you to be able to coordinate and do all these activities.
For those struggling with addiction, how readily available are rehabilitation centers to give proper treatment, mental support and counseling?
At the Federal Neuropsychiatric Hospital, we have a robust treatment plan for people who have problems associated with performance enhancement drugs, addiction, and any other mental state illness associated with it.
Young people are venturing into drug abuse as a result of lack of information. And that is why we are saying that if we must fight this drug abuse scourge, there's a need for we to increase awareness creation. There's a need for we to increase sensitization.
Doing sensitization program in schools, in secondary schools, universities could go a long way. Telling the young ones the danger associated with the use of these drugs. Even educating parents in public places. You know, whatever you teach parents, they take it home and teach their children too. So I believe campaigns, educational campaigns, sensitization programs could actually help.
In all, while drug abuse and excessive alcohol intake have become a significant issue within the music industry, a holistic approach of measures to reduce drug abuse should involve the community, government, religious bodies, and preventive measures should be highly advocated.
Wow, I was just identifying some of the personalities in that feature. Very interesting, very intriguing. And when questions like that arise, we bring it to the center table. Are the young people learning from the tenors of old, their lifestyle, where they are now, and their contribution to the nation and its build-up? Well, we have someone special here who is going to rhyme information with lyrics to make our package today very entertaining and very informative. Let's meet, greet, and welcome one of a kind entertainer, and is coming in with keyboard style. His name is Frank Okoye. So simply call me Mr. Frank Okoye. I was asking him, are you from South Africa? He said, no, he's from Nigeria. But let's get to see him and you know where I'm coming from.
So good. Welcome to the NTA
Great to have you with
sir.
us on Weekend Deal today.
Thank you very much. Okay. So,
Ishmael is ushering you in.
Ishmael, well done. Ishmael, well done. Thank you. Thank you. We can't wait to have you also. Thank you so much.
Wow.
Sound of music. That was Sound of Music.
Indeed.
Till you find your way.
Taking us way, way back.
Wow.
That was beautiful. Taking us back to Maria. Okay, Mr. Frank. You said you sing tenor? You're a tenor singer?
Tenor, yeah.
What exactly does that even mean? Let Nigerians understand that.
Tenor is the third part in the 4 parts of music.
Okay.
We have soprano, we have alto, and we have tenor.
Okay.
And there's bass.
Okay.
There's baritone. There's.
But I used to think that each part needs the other part to harmonize and sing. So you can sing one on your own.
Well, it
like
depends
that?
on the type of song or the kind of music. Not necessarily.
Okay.
Like most times I sing alone as a soloist. You know, sing special songs with my tenor voice.
Do you do anything to preserve your voice before you sing? Do you do anything to ensure that your voice stays the same way since you started 25 years ago? Or are there any medical measures you take to ensure that we have Mr. Frank around forever?
Yeah, of course, normal voice warm-ups every morning.
Okay.
For every good singer.
What would that entail? Can you say that here? Let other singers, budding singer here. What is
it depends on the way, you know, the voice is a very sophisticated instrument. it works. Some works for some. Depends on what works for you.
Okay.
You understand? In the bathroom, you can decide to on all those voice
Training
warm-ups.
the tenor voice.
Yes. You can scream. You can, but taking first thing warm water in the morning, and what have you. Just make it a routine.
Okay.
To keep the voice smooth.
Okay. So,
but besides your voice, there's a total package that embodies Mr. Frank. I know it's not just that you're training the voice, but the voice is coming from somewhere. So your lifestyle too must be impacted. How are you imbibing healthy habits to ensure that longevity is your portion by the grace of God?
Musicians generally, we all know our lifestyles in drinking, eating any food, all those things. But some of us, the kind of music we do, I do, classical music, it has to do with, you have to be very careful with the voice production. It must be clear. So, if you have something to attend to in a week's time, most times I avoid alcohol and oily food, fried things and all that. And then less talk.
okay, there's something I want to say. Your genre of music is not so popular in Nigeria. Whether we like it or not, classical music is not everybody's thing. How did you now decide to do classical music? What attracted you to classical music?
Well, I was discovered when I was about 8 to 9 years old. I grew up.
Were you already singing classical then?
The voice.
Just singing.
The voice was already there.
Okay.
In fact, it was where I was washing the plates outside.
And singing.
At home and singing. At that age, I was enjoying Jim Reeves. And
I remember.
Yeah. Some glad morning.
Nigerians can't wait. Waiting with bated breath now for you to unveil that exceptional voice. But we'll do that singing when we come back from this break. Nigeria, are you with us on Weekend Deal? Oh,
if you are not, you're on a long thing.
Why not? The break beckons now. We'll see you right after.
Again, the music.
Wise man.
Wise man. Take it away.
Say, only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you? Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hands, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you, for I can't
Mr.
When they say
Okoye.
voice,
That was
purity
amazing.
and the strength
That
of
was
Mr. Frank's
amazing.
voice is something
That was
else.
amazing. That was
Amazing.
That was amazing.
And you know how Mr. Frank spoke at the beginning of the show and talked about lifestyle choices. What are the choices our entertainers have to make? NTA Kaduna, tell us more. Where is it? Voice. Mr. Frank, you are good.
Thank you.
NTA Kaduna, take it away.
The entertainment industry is one of the fastest growing industries in Nigeria, amounting to 27.46% of its gross domestic product. With the industry's glitz and glamour comes a lifestyle that cannot be easily understood by outsiders. PC Sanyo, a Kaduna-based music artist, shares his personal experience.
Nobody will know the inner life of an artist. You know, as a musician, you have to live something extraordinary for people to love your craft, you know. You have to go to the extreme end for people to just love your craft. So it is something not easy. You know, as an artist, I wake up early morning, go to the studio, finish my unfinished project. Then after that, after I'm done with it, I can even spend up to 8 hours in the studio, just like an office person, just like the 9-to-5 job. After that, I will go and hang out with friends, or I will have a video recording section, or just normal networking. So at night, we go to the clubs, normal or hangout areas where you meet new artists, where you network yourself with influencers. You know, you have to meet those people because they are the ones promoting your work. So you see, it's not an easy task for an artist, for a day-to-day activity of an artist. It's never easy.
Due to the fast-paced lifestyle of most entertainers, they most of the time don't pay attention to healthy sleep patterns. They also exhibit unhealthy eating habits, thereby making them predisposed to health challenges.
Artisans usually are generally people who are very talented, particularly musicians. You have to be creative and talented. And people felt the best time to do some of this is at night. At night is mainly meant for sleep because as the day goes dark, the natural instinct of the body is to release a hormone called melatonin that promotes sleep. The brain actually works better when you have a good sleep. So the advice for them is have a good sleep. Possibly before maybe they have this idea, they want to write a song, they need a very good sleep before they write songwriting. Afterwards, they need to sleep because when they sleep, it's the memory, the brain actually going to consolidate, and they may have very inspirational experience. Because studies have actually proven that people who go to bed, for example, who have attacks, a study have been shown that people who have attacks, some were subjected to sleep before they took the stacks and afterwards. So when they had a brain imaging, they were found to have more, their brain was able to consolidate more than people who deprived themselves.
Artists shouldn't forget about themselves nutritionally. Let them strike a balance between what they do, or create an equilibrium between what they do or the activities they do and their well-being. They should make sure that they take in or ingest food that contain all the essential nutrients, balanced diet, at appropriate quantity. So it will even go a long way in trying to create an atmosphere for them to be able to even make the presentation effectively, because glucose plays a very important role in the functions of the brain, and glucose is obtained from carbohydrate-rich food, and you can only get those things from food you consume. So if you forget yourself, definitely you cannot be able to perform effectively.
Although it's very easy for entertainers to get pulled into the negative aspects of the industry, getting a coping mechanism and remaining focused on it can help, as attested by Sisi Sanyo.
For you to stay out of drugs, you need to be exercising regularly. You get? So you have to be exercising regularly so that you'll be fit if you don't want to use drugs. But if you want to use drugs, which I would never recommend any artist to.
It is important for artists to keep their health in check. As the saying goes, health is wealth.
You greet me, small and white, clean and bright. You look happy to meet me. Blossom of snow, may you bloom and grow, bloom and grow forever. Edelweiss, bless my homeland forever.
God bless Nigeria.
Nigeria.
Today's the day for the voiced man.
Hey.
Amazing,
Thank you.
amazing.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go to the bank, not CBN, normal bank. If I was to say I want to invite this excellent voice man to come and perform for like 1 hour, will I sell all patients?
I will let my
will I
voice
sell all
answer
patients'
that
landed
question.
property?
You know, in the property business, there is a handbook.
Okay.
There's a guide at which so property at this area will be sold this price.
That's
So property at this area will be sold this price and all that. But in this our industry, you know, everybody wants to become far much higher than the other. So it becomes survival of the
Fittest.
and that is not good for the growth and the betterment of the industry. There should be something that works together.
Like standardized
yes,
price.
standardized price.
1 hour, 2
the
hours.
union
Yes.
gets theirs, these people get theirs, and the artist goes home with some part of it. But it's not working.
True.
So with that, we artists will still survive.
True.
You put in something from your pocket to build what you're doing, and you charge as you like. So
There's no cap.
wherever you keep your standard, that is where it is.
True.
One cannot even quantify or even qualify the level of
So
your
you know,
expertise.
in Nigeria of today, they pay for what they see.
True.
The level they see, they pay. Some people, when you charge them 500,000, they will say, it's too cheap. Please get a good artist.
It is true.
Some people, when you charge them 5 million, they will say, is that the lowest? Some people take the people that charge 25 million. Some people take the people that charge 100 million. Some artists, their calendar for 2025 is filled up.
It's filled up already. It's true.
So,
nice one.
yeah. So, I can say for myself, mine is flexible.
Okay.
It's flexible. So,
Uche,
Yes.
how is your calendar for 2025?
My calendar for 2025 is only filled until the first quarter of the year. I am booked for plays from now December till around March. When you give quality every time,
your money
people
grows.
will, yes, people will keep coming back. So the production company have the onus is on them to make sure they tell the right stories. They tell the right stories, and then they make it as beautiful and as interesting,
as
for
vibrant.
Yes,
So that
for
more
the
Nigerians will
audience.
enjoy it.
Yes.
You know, there are young people who are watching you today. I'm told them, Uche, you may be taking your leave shortly. There are young people who are watching both of you here today. they are inspired.
Yes.
And it looks like, wow, how can I? When can I? What path would you advise them to go as you are inspiring and motivating Nigerians at home and abroad today? How can they be like you, women and men alike?
For young aspiring actors, it's the acting industry. Hopefully, thankfully, is not one that we have gatekeepers per se. It's one where talent speaks for you.
Follow your
It's
dreams.
talent speaks for you. If you think this is for you, just go out there and do it. There are auditions. Look for platforms that share auditions. You can always go out, show what you've got. Do not restrict yourself. Do not let yourself become just one thing. Don't remain in the box.
Be as flexible
yes,
as
be as
possible.
flexible as possible.
Is it paying well? Stage? Is stage paying well?
Stage is something that doesn't pay great, but it's fair.
It's
At the
fulfilling
moment,
too.
Yes, it is fulfilling.
It's good to see the reaction, audience reaction, real time, and all that. But
it is.
we
It
need
is
to go
very
with
full.
money. That's why I'm insisting.
Money is very important.
Yeah, it is.
especially for the actor who is giving body and soul right now. You are watching him giving his body.
But you
yes,
did say that it's growing.
It
and
is
you've
growing,
talked about,
yes.
like you said, body and soul. So there's little stress about it that the money is going to improve
Yes,
and
it
impact.
is. It is.
Especially as more people like you, voiced men and women, are doing it for us.
Yes.
Well, our break beckons. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. The voiced men are in the house. And it's all about weekend deals. Stay with us.
Indeed, the Nigerian of a dream is not a fantasy, like Uche just said. One of the opening lines in one of his narrations yesterday. Together we can achieve it. Nigeria 64 against all odds. NTA knowledge, take it away.
We are the future. We are the dream. We are the nation. We are part of this.
64 years ago, a nation was born, a nation of hope, of resilience, of unity. On October 1st, 1960, the chains of colonialism was broken. We celebrate 64 years of freedom from ashes of struggle to a phoenix rose. Nigeria, a nation of pride. Nigeria gained independence from British colonial rule on October 1st, 1960, a date etched in history. It was a collection of independent states and kingdoms including the Hausa, Fulani, Yoruba, Igbo, and others. The British colonized Nigeria in 1914, merging the southern and northern protectorates. Nigerian nationalism emerged in the 1920s to 1940s when figures like Herbert Macaulay, Obafemi Awolowo, and Nnamdi Azikiwe advocated for independence. In 1957, after the World War II, the British granted Nigeria eternal self-government. But the Nigerian people demanded full independence, leading to negotiations with Britain. While the 1959 Nigerian Constitutional Conference in London paved way for the independence. Nigeria gained independence, making Nnamdi Azikiwe the Governor General in 1960 to 1963. He became president 1963 to 1966. After him, Nigeria had several heads of states and presidents. Nigeria, a nation of over 200 million people, is celebrating 64 years of independence. Despite its cultural diversity, with more than 500 languages and 300 ethnic groups, Nigeria has made a significant stride in promoting unity.
Education has played a crucial role in uniting Nigeria by bridging ethnic and cultural divides across the country in several ways, such as subjects being taught in schools like social studies, history, and civic. These subjects have been incorporated in the national curriculum to help foster and unity amongst the students. So in teaching these subjects, it actually broadens the knowledge of the students and thereby bringing about a sense of belonging and pride in the Nigerian heritage.
If we know each other's cultures, each other's way of life, I think we would have less conflicts, less strifes. I am one of those people who believe that the reason why we quarrel so much among ourselves is because we've not taken pains to learn about the other person. So cultural diversity is something that should actually bring us closer together. Because if I know you, if I know your ways, if I know the things you like, the things you do, then it becomes easy to live with you without stress, without conflict.
I have looked elsewhere. I found out that there's nothing that we have again that is uniting us. And we have to start from the youths and the kids that are going to learn very few tricks for them to be better than even the stars that we had in the future.
One of the ways I believe NYSC has helped to promote unity is to integrate me into various societies, various organizations, and I've even conversated with various people of different tribes, people who I thought that I would not be able to meet, people who I thought that we would never cross paths. I believe NYSC has helped me to put myself out there into different circles.
Okay. The establishment of federal schools and unity schools was intended to bring students from various ethnic and religious backgrounds. So students come together to learn about the various cultural backgrounds and religion, thereby fostering, tolerance and respect for the diverse cultures and religion.
As Nigeria moves forward, it's essential to embrace its diversity as a strength. Nigeria can overcome challenges to unity and become a beacon of hope for Africa and the world.
Wow, that was amazing. NTA knowledge, very interesting incursion you made into our package today, celebrating those who came before us and indeed our pre-independence celebration. The galore has started. And you heard the voiced man, and that's how Chimezie from Lagos says, I must contribute to Weekend Deal today because Mr. Frank is my brother and my friend. He performed at my wedding, and I tell you, people are still clapping for his performance, what they experienced that time. He also commends Uche Waneri. He said, amazing collaboration he just saw, and he wants to see more of that. He said, Frank, keep doing us proud. His name is Stanley, like I already told you. Stanley Chimezie Uche, who is reaching us from Lagos. The stage is a wonderful place to celebrate Nigeria's unity. But even more so, you represent the stage and all it embodies today. And Frank is bringing us our cultural background, high life, plus amazing tenor sounds. Please, Nigeria is watching from home and abroad. Do that collabo again.
When I was just a boy in school, I asked my mother, what will I be? Will I be handsome? Will I be rich? Here's what she said to me. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. When I was just a little boy, I asked my teacher, what should I try? Should I try painting? Will I sing songs? Here's what she said to me. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future
future is not ours to see. Que sera, sera.
What
will be, will be. Another verse.
Que sera, sera. What will be,
will be,
will be.
Thank you so much.
Beautiful. Amazing.
Woo! Woo! We want to thank you very much for joining us on Weekend Deal today. The one and only
Frank Okoye,
reputed and renowned, the tenor man himself,
and
Uche Waneri.
Amazing, amazing, multi-talented.
Well, we are told there's something from the stable of one of our elders in the industry. Is it bongos, you said? Oh, we celebrate you. Please, come on in.
On the fire, stop the flames burning higher. That's our desire. One united Nigeria. One united Nigeria. Oh, I want to tell you, for the first day of October, all of the facts I clearly remember was in the year 1960. The flag was hoisted, a sign of unity. I know I'm so glad Nigeria is free. No doubt this freedom did cost us some fee. I know it's alright, the future's so bright. Nigeria united, we'll show the light. Pour water on the fire. Stop the flames burning higher. That's our desire. One united Nigeria. Pour water on the fire. And stop the flames burning higher. That's our desire. One united Nigeria. One united Nigeria. We've got to listen to nature's call. And don't let tribal barriers grow tall. We've got to listen to our elders. We must go on. Nigeria is one. Pour water on the fire. Stop the flames burning higher.
It's so good to see Bongos Ukwe still doing great, still churning out songs and bringing out songs to celebrate us as Nigerians at this juncture. It is time for us to start talking about Nigerians, celebrating who we are as Nigerians. And to lead the discussion is a patriotic Nigerian who said, I'll be here today to lend my voice to this beautiful discussion. He is Dr. Dili Ezwa, Executive Secretary, Nigerian Press Council. Sir, welcome to the Weekend Studios.
Thank you very much.
I like how you're wearing green.
Yeah, it's
we welcome you.
It's a green day.
It's a green day. It's a green day.
We're celebrating Nigeria in style. We're very patriotic.
That's right.
Okay, so Nigeria 64.
Wow.
We need to keep it real here, even as we celebrate.
Mm-hmm.
How well so far? How well are we doing? What do you think? We're 64. A 64-year-old man. What do you expect from him?
He's still a young man.
Okay.
He's still a strong man.
Yes, I like that.
And Nigeria is strong.
Okay.
we've come a long way.
True.
A very long way. And we are going a longer way.
Amen.
Some young people may not be as vibrant in terms of knowledge of our history. They don't know some of the roads we have traversed. They're looking at just today, and some are saying, I'm giving up. Some say, I want to jack back. Some say, what is in this soil for me?
No, don't give up. Don't jack back. There's so much here. There's so much in this country. Ask your friends who have jackpot. Whenever you jackpot, wherever you jackpot to, a whole lot of people, especially Africans, and increasingly non-Africans, are desirous to be Nigerians. Those who have done their ancestries, superstars, and they find out they have a trace of Nigeria in them, they are whooping with joy. They are happy about that. Why is that so? It's a mystery, a history, if you like, of the sub-Sahara, of which Nigeria is the hub. So don't go anywhere.
Okay. There's something that's just so beautiful to be a Nigerian, and I'm so proud and unapologetically Nigerian. But as like you said, our issue will be with the young people who at this point, they don't even see why we are celebrating. Please tell them why we should celebrate Nigeria.
You should celebrate, join in celebrating the greatness that is this country.
Yes,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Celebrating the greatness that is this country. Like I said, you can't get it any better. We are blessed with unimaginable natural resources, human resources. Oh, we all know that. Everywhere you go, you see Nigerians doing great things in international bodies, everywhere. You know, all we need is a certain kind of leadership. And that's the leadership we have now. It's a leadership that knows, all right, we've come this way. We didn't get it all right all along. But this is the time. Now is the time to get it right.
So you're saying things will get better?
Well, things are getting better already.
Indeed.
Things are getting better already.
Let's keep honing our skills. Don't drop the torch. Keep hope alive. Keep your hope renewed. Let's go onto the streets and let the youths also let their voices to this conversation.
You still have the right to South Sudan. Be very conscious of your children.
So to them to my house.
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. Though tribes and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigeria, we are proud to serve our own dear motherland.
Nigeria, we hail. That's the only thing I know there.
Nigeria is something like that.
Nigeria, we hail thee. I don't know the rest.
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. No tribe has made this, oh brother. So, this is what I
If I get function, I dey go through phones. You understand? So that is just it.
Nigeria will hail thee, our own dear native land.
Thank you, sir.
In brotherhood we stand.
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. Those tribes and tongues may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians so are proud to serve our sovereign motherland. Our cross shall be a symbol, our flag shall be a symbol, and to
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. Nigeria with hail from here. That is the only thing I can summarize it to you. Yes. Nigeria, we hail thee, our own love Nigeria.
You still have the right to South Sudan. Be very culture of your children.
Some children in my house.
So the young people are listening and they are looking up to role models, looking up to mentors. They have the skill. They may not have the persevering spirit, that resilience that has been inbuilt in many of us, but they know what it takes to succeed. But how do I now stand the test of time? What ought our role to be as regards the youth in our environment, in our neighborhood, as they come up with their vibrant and very courageous talents and skills? Do we have a role to play in building them?
Fantastic. Yes, we do. One thing I will encourage youths who have something to offer is do not be afraid to go to the next level. Take your talent, take your ideas to the next level of authority. One thing I know about this administration and about the president of this nation, Ahmed Bola Tinubu, is one young man that listens and works with ideas. So your challenge, the youth and every Nigerian, your challenge is get that information to his desk. Once that information gets to his desk, consider it
Well, that's
done.
the challenge. Even though I agree with you 100%, I want to say we are keeping it real on this show.
Yeah.
Getting it is that it's a Herculean task. How do somebody in Otukpo Makodi, Benue State, get his ideas to the text of our
Or in any of the nooks and crannies of Nigeria?
I'm using that as an example.
Yes,
Just an
yes.
example.
There are channels.
How do we do that?
There are channels.
There are channels.
There are channels.
Okay, let's
you have you have your local government set up, which the president has revitalized.
Okay.
You have your state set up.
Okay.
You have your representatives in the house. Bring these ideas to them. You see, one thing I have observed, there is no one who comes to government at whatever level who does not want to succeed.
Oh, yeah.
Most times we get in there, family and friends, and saying, "Oh, let's see what you would do." You forget that I was your friend before I came here. Bring those ideas to me, and see if we can run.
So charity should begin from the home.
Yes, and see if we can run with it.
Okay.
So your challenge is to get that idea, get that across.
Okay. So your final words. We are wrapping up. What are your final words, sir?
Don't lose hope. Hope is renewed in this administration. We have a great country. We're a great people. We're very resilient people. One and the other, that's two going, and we have a future.
Okay.
Don't leave anybody behind.
Okay.
Together, we're moving on. Don't leave anybody behind. As many people as you can help in this time, please do so.
Thank you.
As many people as you can lift up, please do so. We are all one.
Indeed.
We are all one nation, one blood, one brother, one sister.
Indeed.
And we are there already.
Okay.
Yes.
They say if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far and get great results, you must go as a team. And that's how we always do it here. God bless Nigeria. Happy independence.
Enjoy your independence.